Hi guys, it's Star C Mentality back at you again with another video, and today I'm just going to be discussing something that I discussed on my previous videos about Gaia. I think on that video I didn't really give myself a chance to explain why I was not supporting Gaia anymore. I love their mission on waking people up to spirituality, extraterrestrials, and people who have been diving into extraterrestrial life for a long time. However, I think my problem with Gaia and a lot of white people trying to claim being starseeds or extraterrestrial knowledge is the part where a lot of this galactic information comes from African civilizations, which historically they don't want to even acknowledge or admit. And then on top of that, they feel like aliens are white. And then on top of that information, when you go into these Facebook groups, as a person of color, they feel like they want to exclude you from the conversation. So this is a typical kind of pattern of white people where they go into regions, your regions, as people of color and steal your information, claim it as their own, and then don't like to include you in the conversation when you genetically, spiritually, have more knowledge than they would, because this is your ancestors' knowledge. This is your ancestors' information. They, like everything else, is adopting this information and spreading it around too. Okay? And so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not talking crap about that part. I'm talking about the part where this is my ancestors' information and then you're going to exclude me from the conversation because I'm a person of color and you don't think I deserve to be in the same circles as you. That is the part that bothers me. And then on top of which, they like to say that all the knowledge that your ancestors gained is racist and it's a pseudoscience. And that's another part that's really like, bro, like ancient, like it's proven. This is a proven fact that modern civilization is not as advanced as ancient civilizations. It's not. So that means while you're claiming that ancient civilizations, they didn't have as much technology as we do, they didn't have as much information, they did. They were far more advanced than what we have right now, and they were right. They were right. My ancestors, they were right from the top to the bottom. It's the part where if they don't feel like they're included, they're going to say that it's not a fact or it's not true or that just doesn't make sense to them. You know what I mean? Like, sure, modern science is different from ancient sciences. I feel like a lot of the differences is that Eurocentric sciences, they like to experiment. Not necessarily experiment, but they like to gain their hypothesis based off different, groups of study. While African nations or African people, they gained a lot of their science information from observations in nature and were also accurate and correct and went very, very far or further than modern civilization and societies right now. So the part where they like to call it all pseudoscience and racist and not listen to you is another thing that I don't like. Okay? Because a lot of the stuff that they do is pseudo. Just want to put that, the idea that we all came from monkeys is pseudo. That's not true. So these people, this is why I tell black people, you guys need to get in areas in positions of power where you can control certain information, because that's what they're doing. They're gaining positions of power, and then they're going to tell you what's true and what's not true to suit their ego and to make them feel good. And that's just what it is. And I can't stand that. Because just because it makes you uncomfortable doesn't make it not true. And so I think, to conclude this video, I feel like that's what it is for me. It's the racism part for me. It's the part where they don't feel like you contribute to world history. You don't contribute to galactic history. So they feel like they're going to censor you and claim that everything that your ancestors did and everything that you genetically remember, or from past lives, or either from your ancestors, they're going to claim that it's not true. And we really got to fix that, because we deserve to be in these circles, considering it was our circle of knowledge first. And then, of course, because of stolen information, because of stolen artifacts of African nations, due to slavery, due to them not trying to give you reparations, they stole a lot of our knowledge. We know this from Norse mythology, Greek mythology, all types of mythologies, and then you got the Bible. So it's just like, you cannot exclude us because we make you uncomfortable. That is not, we all here now. Mongoloids, Caucasoids, Africanoids, we all here now. So we gonna have to share the information. You're gonna have to include African people who gave you the knowledge in the first place to be even having the conversation anyway. Like, let's just put that on record. White people think they're the first individuals that ever found or discovered an alien. That's just ridiculous to me. And we've been around way longer than you. Like, let's just put that on the record. We've been around for centuries longer than you, and gave you the knowledge, and then you don't want to share. So that's what it is to me. And they don't want to share because it's racism. They don't think that you deserve to be in those circles, and we do. I don't want to go off the hinge and say it was our shit first, but it was our shit first. And that's just what it is. And with that being said, I love y'all. Peace.